to our channel. Today I am here to give idea on OOPS concept, and then I will continue with Java and OOPS related other language programming in future. Share this video with your friends and do subscribe. I have 20 years of teaching experience. That experience I will try to share in better way to teach this programming concept. Nobody is perfect in this world. Everybody has to learn by mistakes. And if my online teaching needs correction or if you have any queries, my comment box is always open to take your suggestions. I will teach OOPS concept basics and then Java, since new languages are based on these two things. Every alternative day, I will try to put one video. If you are beginner, please try to work on each concept. It may helpful to learn the things in better way. OOPS, Object-Oriented Programming, is the technique to create programs based on the real world things. In this concept, programs are organized using objects and data. Objects represent some concepts or things and like the common objects of real world. It may be with different properties. For example, if you take car as one object, then there may be confusion on car model, car type, car color, etc. etc. Then first, we may think about manufacturer, maybe Maruti, Hyundai, Tata. Then we think about models, Swift, Gypsy, i20, i10, Nano. Then we may think on its color, red, green, blue. All the above things may represent certain behavior, properties, type and identity. That means car is classified on its behavior, property and on type. Same way, in OOPS, object is classified into different types according to their properties and behavior. Car represents class and model, color differs as per person's preference and thinking. And those models, colors are called as properties and methods in OOPS concept. Object-oriented programming is a programming paradigm or model based on the concept of objects, which can contain data in the form of fields, often known as attributes or properties, and program code or actions in the form of procedures, often known as methods or functions. There are some components. First one is class. A class is user-defined data type or blueprint of an object. It is initiated from C++. It is one template to create outline of an object. It gives the clear picture of what the object contains and how the object behaves. Java contains predefined classes and methods, as well as one can define his or her own type of data and program code. Then we will see object. Object is copy or instance of a class. It contains set of variables, even we will call it as a attributes in C++, and related methods. The following list gives exact idea of the above components. Type, things, example maybe car, example of object maybe Swift VXI, roles, even we can call teacher as a class, maybe or teacher's name may be there and that we can call it as an object. Class defines one thing and all of its components may be car steering, gear, wheel, etc. Object is one model. Try to make use of components of a class. And in the screen you can see how that class is, like class teacher, and attribute or properties are maybe teacher's name, subject, and the data type of that may be string. And there may be methods, teach, marks allotment. These are the actions the teacher will take Those things we'll call it as a methods. Next, we will see properties and methods. Properties in a class are used to present the structure of the objects. In C++, we will call the same as attributes. Object of class contains all the properties defined in a class. Methods are the actions which work on properties. These are the functions that instance of the class object uses to perform different tasks. You can see the example on the screen. We can say bank as a class, account number which is of type integer, name is of type string, balance is of type double. All those things we can call it as a properties. Show balance, deposit, withdrawal, these things we can call it as a method which work on those properties of a bank. Next we will see the major features of OOPS, and in that first one is abstraction. It is presentation of simple concept to outside world. Only the essential details are visible to the user, other important details are made hidden. For example, if you take ATM, we can see the structure of ATM. Inside things are not visible to everyone. Only the authorized people can see those invisible things. And this type of concept we will call it as an abstraction. Second concept is encapsulation. It is wrapping up of the data under one single umbrella or head. Technically speaking, it hides the variables or data from the other classes. Other classes can access the data only through valid members of the current class. For example, on screen I have given one capsule type of structure. You can see that thing. In OOPS concept, variables and data will be on one side. Methods will protect those variables or data. Variables or data is accessible only to the methods. And by using methods, outside people can make use of variables or data. But directly using is not possible. Methods will act like a security people. Through those people, we can make use of variables or data. That type of concept we can see on the screen. Next concept is inheritance. In OOP, that is Object-Oriented Programming, classes can inherit some common behavior and state from other classes. Then current or main class is called superclass and other classes are called subclasses. Inheritance gives the advantage of reusability of inheritance. In figure we can see geometrical figure is inherited by circle and rectangle. Both the subclasses will own two methods plus display all method of geometrical figure. You can observe it on screen. Geometrical figure is superclass and the circle and rectangle are derived classes or subclasses. Next concept is object communication. Communication between objects is achieved by exchanging message. These messages lead to the operation. In OOPS, message communication is achieved by exchanging methods. Sender sends the methods to communicate and takes the message from the receiver in the form of return values. Even receiver will do the same thing on its side. You can see on the screen. The sender object can send message as well as receiver object can send message to the sender. Next concept is polymorphism. It is response of object to same message in different way. Poly means many, morphism means forms, many number of forms. For example, if you speak to different state of people, each one will give the response in different way, since the mother language of each state is different. The message or method what we have sent is speak. Each one carry out that method in different way. If in online business, when online shopping system allows to make transactions, each one of you will respond to that message in different way. they all receive message and act upon it in different way. So it is called as powerful concept of OOPS. On the screen you can see shape is one class. Along with that there are two classes, circle and rectangle. The circle class calls area method of shape, maybe with one value. The rectangle class calls area method of shape, maybe with two values. That means it will be in different forms, and this type of concept we'll call it as a polymorphism. Benefits or advantages of OOPS concept. On screen you can see the first thing is reusability, the major advantage of OOPS concept. That means once if you write programs or if you bind data or variable in one class, it can be used any number of time, and that concept we'll call it as a reusability. Modifiability. Modifiability means at any time we can make some changes in the classes, and once again we can call that as an object and we can use it in a different way. Easy management. The class can be easily managed in the sense you can make any changes and you can manage with different type of accessibility concept. Easily we can manage, since there are three type of access specifiers in Java: private, public, protected. By that easily we can manage the data and methods. Modularity. We can write the class methods as modules, then easily you can share with other classes as an object. Even you can provide restrictions on the methods of a class. Security. By using the access specifiers private, protected, public, you can take the security on class methods or data. Today I will conclude the OOPS concept. The first class looks like boring since it is having some theory concepts, but in the future classes we will directly work on the computer and we will see the examples. Thank you. Share with your friends. All the best. God bless you.